9 months ago, the particle accelerator went online exactly as planned. For 45 minutes, I had achieved my life's dream, and then there was an anomaly.
Imagine that dot is everything the human race has ever learned until this moment.
Does that include twerking?
That is everything we could learn from the particle accelerator.
Officials are now trying to shut down the particle accelerator. What's so important about this particle accelerator anyway?
Alright, welcome to the Particle Accelerator Podcast, the show where we talk about comics, superheroes, CW shows that are probably not going to exist for too much longer because the president doesn't want it to become the superhero channel. I am Tom, and with me are my co-hosts John and Zach. And there they are. We are literally just gonna sit around and bullshit comics and Justice League and stuff for the next hour or so. First thing I want to bring up is I picked up a #1 this week. I got the Justice League of America, the Atom Rebirth, #1, and I read through it, and it was pretty good. It's pretty good. Not gonna complain. We got Ray Palmer as a college teacher. And it follows the next. In this book, this little thin book right here happens, and it takes like a year, or no, it takes more than a year because like a year goes by. Like this guy, this kid Ryan comes from Hong Kong, and goes to school at Ray Palmer's school, ends up being in his class, and a year goes by, and him and Ray Palmer start like becoming friends, and Ray Palmer ends up trusting him enough after like a year and a half or so. He ends up telling him that he's the Atom, and he wants him to help him out, and yeah, they just do a little. They fight subatomic crime, and at one point, or right near the end of this #1, Ray Palmer disappears, and he's like disappeared for quite some time, and Ryan's like gotta, stall for him and like cancel his classes, and then he found out what happened, that he was like found some, what is this, some subatomic multiverse. And he's there, and Ryan he left his atom belt to shrink, and in the lab, and or left a atom belt, I guess, to shrink in the lab, and Ryan ends up having to become the Atom at the end and try to fight some crime and go and save Ray Palmer at the end of this #1. So it's going to be pretty interesting to follow. And Ryan he's this guy who he's supposed to be Asian, but he's not Asian looking.
Oh,
in the
damn
comics. It doesn't.
I
It
was
looks like
gonna ask
racist. That's not Ray Palmer. Yeah, I know. Like on the cover,
Yeah.
that's not Ray Palmer. That's the dude Ryan Chow or something. Choi.
Troy?
Yeah, Ryan Choi. Yeah, that's him.
Why would they put...
I was gonna ask you if Adam still had the goofy fucking suit, but
No, he does. Yeah, Adam has that stupid old school suit that he has. Like,
does he?
Yeah,
Oh,
not
great.
the Ray Palmer suit. Yeah, he doesn't have the Ray Palmer suit from the Arrowverse. He's got that weird Atom suit that, yeah, it's weird. I don't understand it, but I mean, I guess if I get into this Justice League of America, the Atom, if I get into this, I'll probably end up liking it and finding out why he wears that stupid little suit. But I also went through Blue Beetle #2, and remember on the cover you saw the electricity giant thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
One of
Blur?
Yes, the Blur, right? So that's this chick that was like, okay, so Jaime's like helping out the posse or whatever, this gang of metahumans, and they're trying to find something. I can't exactly remember what they're looking for, but they're like looking in these holes, and then the gang has to leave and go do something, and Jaime's stuck with this with the Blur. It's this chick that's like keeps on hitting on him and hitting on him and hitting on him. Oh, just trying to flirt with him and all this, and all at the same time he is talking to what's his name, Ted Cord, in his head, right? So they think he's talking to himself, but he's talking to Ted, and Ted's telling him about how his mom has actually been working for Ted this whole time, and she's this gang's like doctor, and she works on like metahumans and stuff like that, and helps him out, and he's all pissed off, and this chick's trying to hit on him at the same time. It's actually kind of fucking funny. Where and yeah, and then like she tries to get a kiss from him and flirt with him and shit like that, and he completely shoots her down, and she gets all aggro and is like, what, you don't think I'm pretty? And she gets all fucking big and like throws him against this truck, and then like yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just it's weird. It was weird. It was like it's definitely a high school kids, like what they're having that whole little drama thing or whatever. It's interesting, but it was funny at the same time. And then, he finally gets away. And then he has this argument with his mom about how she's helping out these metahumans. And she apparently, his parents know that he's the Blue Beetle and that he works with Ted Cord and that he does all of this stuff because she brought it up. She's like, well, you put your life at risk. Why the hell can't I put my life at risk? And it's different because you're working for, like, trying to keep the bad guys, like, alive, and I'm trying to put them away. And she's like, well, they've been nothing but kind to me, and, if they ever end up trying to go against me, I'll know when to, stop and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's basically where it ended. So, yeah, Jaime's mom is like this gang of metahumans in their hometown is their doctor, basically. That like keeps them alive, but she also has a clinic for everybody. Like you could go to her clinic if you're a metahuman and get help no matter who you are. Like she doesn't turn away anybody. So I mean, she's really nice in her own way, and it's all funded by Ted Cord, too, and he just found this out. So he's a little butthurt about that, but, yeah, he'll get over it, because he's going to be, every issue so far out of the 3 that I've read of the Blue Beetle, Jaime's been butthurt about Ted Cord doing something, so, yeah. Do you guys got, John, did you read through it? You read through something this week?
The only thing I read through was the Green Lantern course. I went from, I think it was, where did I end off? Issue 3 last week, all the way up to issue 13 this week. And it turns out, I believe they're on 14 or 15 actually now.
Okay.
Or no, it was Birds of Prey is on 6, and I only have up to 5. But Green Lantern Corps, pretty much issues 7, I believe, is where it starts. Let me double check for you. Phantom Lantern Part 1. Issue 9 is where it starts. They went through some, because this just falls around 2 Green Lanterns, Simon and Jessica. They're the newest Green Lanterns of Earth's
sector.
Issued by Hal Jordan, because he now runs the Green Lantern Corps. So, yeah, so they're just the 2 for that sector, but they're trying to help one of the masters, or like the guardians of the universe, smuggle pretty much a Phantom Lantern. It's a Green Lantern ring that can channel any of the emotional or like the color spectrum, and it doesn't have to choose its wearer. So anybody can pick up this ring and just be whatever lantern they want. So like
awesome.
It's brutal. Like
how did this ring get created?
The guardian that created it, he like worked on it in secrecy for years, and then like when they finally the other guardians of the years found out, they exiled him and said that you cannot come back and be like a guardian of the universe until this is either destroyed or you're dead. So pretty much he got exiled to try and find a way to destroy it because there's no way to destroy it right now.
If he dies, is the ring destroyed?
No.
No? Oh,
No.
shit.
And it doesn't have like the safety nets like the internal battery that the Green Lantern rings have.
Mm-hmm.
Because
so it
do you know
just has power all the time?
Yeah, you know who Volthoom is, right?
Nope, tell me.
He was the original Lantern, like the first one that the Guardians created. They put the battery pack in his chest, and like it ate away at his life force. The Phantom Lantern does pretty much the same thing. It just eats away at your life force to use it.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, so pretty much what these two Green Lanterns are trying to do is they're trying to get this Guardian with the Phantom Lantern ring to Hal Jordan, because he knows how to get rid of it. But he's off in space. They have no idea how to find him. They're like two green as grass Green Lanterns. So these last like 5 issues, all the way from 9 to 13, has just been them fighting with this really badass Phantom Lantern. Like, he has no idea. He does not control his motions whatsoever. So he'll just pop in and out. Like, he'll be a Rage Lantern, a Red Lantern. He'll be an Orange Lantern. He'll be a Green Lantern fighting him. He'll be a Blue Lantern. It doesn't matter. He just whoops on him.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah, it just ended with that guy though. He actually like I said, the ring started eating him up. He ended up exploding at the end of the last comic, and that's where it left off. Is just you don't know if anybody's alive still. You don't know if he still has powers over the lanterns or what Volthoom, because the original Lantern's Shade came back and is trying to kill that Guardian now, so he can just take the Phantom Lantern ring.
Man.
Yeah, it's all one giant revenge plot, and I'm hoping that I don't have to pick up Hal Jordan Green Lantern Corps, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to. So.
Well, I mean, now's the time, I guess. If you need to get caught up on something, now's the time to do it. When it's like at a low number.
Pull list just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, I know. I hear you, dude. I've got. Oh man, what do I got? I got the. I still got to read through Titans, Nightwing, and Batman Beyond, and I have Blue Beetle and the Atom now, and I'll probably end up picking another one up here in a second. So, yeah, I know your feels.
I did want to take a second and like stop and say thank you, because I finally took a look into that Birds of Prey TV live action TV show.
Yeah.
With Helena Wayne as Huntress, and it's hilarious. Like, it is so bad.
Well, okay.
Like,
How far are you into it? How far are you into it?
I'm like 7 episodes deep.
All right, give us a rundown. Give us a rundown of what you of what you've watched so far. Come on.
Okay, so
give us a rundown.
I want you to think The Crow, but Batgirl in a wheelchair. So she doesn't like. It's not like old Batgirl.
It's Oracle
Batgirl in a wheelchair.
As Oracle. Okay.
Batgirl. Yep.
Is she cute at least?
I mean, she's older, but she's cute.
Okay.
Like, it's an older one, because Huntress is still pretty young.
Okay.
And well, she's like 18.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Batgirl pretty much adopted Huntress when her dad, Bruce Wayne, fled and her mom was killed. So Joker paid to have Catwoman killed, and Batman actually, I think, was killed by the Joker. But either way, her parents are out of the picture. Helena Wayne was adopted by Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. And this was after Joker shot Batgirl in the spine, so she's in her wheelchair. You got a metahuman Black Canary running around, and she doesn't have the device or anything. Like, she can literally just scream at supersonic speeds. It's ridiculous. She can jump on top of buildings with that great 2002 movie magic. It's terrible. It's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
2002 movie magic.
I'm serious. It's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon meets The Crow.
All right.
It's bad.
Okay. If you had to rate it, how would you rate it?
It's an Electron, all the way,
It's an
The
Electron?
only reason I'm watching it is because I'm reading the comic. That's the only reason.
It's not
bad.
even like a high electron or maybe even a neutron. It's
No.
oh my
The
god.
acting's bad. The storyline's
Yikes.
bad.
So you can
everything
understand why
about
it was canceled?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know every reason.
Every reason why it was canceled. Unlike Constantine, where we can't figure out why the fuck that show was canceled.
Right? Like, what the
Still
fuck?
mad about that.
Too soon.
Too soon. Especially considering they're gonna take a whole month to release a comic for Hellblazer.
Oh, comics. They don't release them every week. They release them every month. That's why you have a bigger pull list, so you can pick something up every week.
I'm gonna have to. I'd say
Yeah.
for real though, I'm gonna have to.
Did you say you did the Batman and what else? You got Batman and what else?
I picked them up, but I haven't read them yet.
Oh, you did?
The only one
What'd
that
you
I
grab?
actually read for this week. Well, actually, what I grabbed was I grabbed some shit from Walmart. I saw some comics. It was like 3 for $5, so I grabbed 3 of them, thinking that the 3 of them would be $5. Turns out, no, there was 3 in a pack, so I got 9 comics. I got
For
Flash
$15?
1, Justice League 1. Yeah, for $15. So I was like, whatever, I don't care. I want some comics, so I just kept them all anyways. I got Batman, Justice League, The Flash, all Rebirth episode or issue 0, and then I got some other like New 52 stuff. I got like some Batman stuff, a Green Lantern one, and then the one that I read, which was, I don't know if it's a tie-in with the Justice League or if it's its own offshoot. It's number 1 issue, but Justice League is all over, and all throughout the issue it told you read issue 46 of Justice League to carry on with the story. So I think they kind of like intertwined back and forth. If I was to read issue 1 and then jump right into issue 2, the story wouldn't make any sense without reading the Justice League as well. So with that being said, I have absolutely no clue what's going on in this comic, but I want to know more because it was literally, it said read. I'm assuming you would had to have read up to issue 45 of the Justice League to even know what the hell is going on in this comic. But it's called the Dark Side Wars, and the comic starts with Darkseid dying and Lex Luthor absorbing all of his Omega energy. So the entire comic is Lex Luthor and some other woman. They didn't even name her at all. Again, I have no clue what's going on. They're walking through some kind of desert, and Lex is just like, I have this power. I'm ready to use it. I need to destroy everything. I need to take over the world. And she's like, no, if you use your power, you're going to overwhelm your body, and you're going to kill yourself. And he just finally said, screw it, I don't care. He went to use a little bit of his power, and pretty much caused a nuclear explosion on like sight. He was barely able to save her, and he started like falling into a volcano because of all, like, he just made like a pool of boiling lava under himself. But she was like talking him through it. I guess these two kind of have some kind of love affair. Like I said, I have no clue who this woman is. I'm very curious to read more about it and find out, so I will get back to you on that.
Awesome.
But she talks him through it. Apparently Lex comes to peace with his past and all of his anger and everything, and then all of a sudden he just takes control of the Omega energy, and he transforms yet again, and he shoots up out of this volcano, grabs her, and he lands. And she's like, you know, you need to trust in all these people who have faith in you, you know, the people who helped you get here. You're always acting about how you don't want to have help. You're always, you know, saying no to people, but we all follow you. And all of a sudden, all the parademons are behind him. And he's like, all right, let's get to work then. And then I said, read issue 46 of the Justice League. So not only do I have to read 45 issues of the Justice League to get caught up at this point, but I'll have more to read after that. The only reason I jumped into this comic out of line was because we did Justice League Wars, the movie, like the animated ones, and this is the Dark Side Wars. So I was like, hey, you know, it kind of fits with the theme.
Yeah, and in Justice League War, Darkseid was the main baddie, so.
Yep, but Lex Luthor kills him apparently, and this is New 52, by the way. This is not Rebirth or New Earth. This is New 52. I was doing a little bit of research on it, and I believe this like off branch, because from what I've been reading on it, is like this runs alongside with the Justice League, but it's like its own kind of parallel universe. It's weird. This takes place on Earth 3. It's not Earth Prime in New 52.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's as far as I've gotten with this one comic. But the moment I finished reading it, I was like, well, have to buy more of these now, because like I was like, I can't just be left on that. Now I need to know what happens. All of a sudden, Lex Luthor has the Omega power, and That's it. I don't know what else happens. I don't know what he does with it. I don't know what it led up to him getting it, other than the fact that he had it. I need to know. I must know.
Well then, you have a vehicle. You can get to the
Yep,
comic book
I
store.
have.
You now
I
know.
have
I mean, I brought you
bunch
to the
of
comic book
reasons.
store, so you should know exactly how to get there. You just go down that one road, and then you take a
Yeah.
right, and it's right there. So.
Oh, I'm gonna see. The thing that scares me though is when I was looking up this particular issue. I don't know if this is a rare issue or something, but it's $5 for this particular cover. You could get the variant cover, which is now $19.
Jesus.
$19.99. Yeah, the variant cover of this. I don't know if this is some kind of like special issue, if this is like a highly anticipated comic when it came out or something, but
I bet you if you go to
it
our
came
local comic book shop that you will be able to find it for pretty cheap. They got back issues, so we could wait. Free comic book days coming up soon. Things will be on sale. A lot of new
That's
52 stuff will be on sale. So, we
I'll have
could
to
be
check
sure
it out.
we'll be sure to ask for free comic book day off since, us three do this comic book podcast. We shouldn't be too hard to swing free comic book day off for us three. So,
Yeah, that'd be pretty rad. I
Except
wouldn't- that-
everybody else is gonna want it off too.
yeah.
Either way.
Well, that's all right. Then let's get into talking about Justice League War, the movie
Alright.
that we were, supposed to watch this week. How many times you guys get through it? How many times you watch it? How many times did you watch it?
This week?
This week.
Just
yeah.
this week?
Just this
I've
week.
seen
How
it
many
once.
You've seen it only
I only seen
once.
it once.
All
Mhm.
right.
What, you
Oh.
stopped one time this
You
week?
stopped at one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I have it on
Aside from
Netflix,
this
so
week,
I
I've
was
seen
able
this
to.
movie hundreds.
Yeah, I was able to watch it. I was able to watch it quite a few times this week. It was on
Yeah,
Netflix, so I was just like, I'd get home from work and I'd put it on and I'd just sit down and relax and have a beer and just hang out and do some things and like, I'll watch it before I go to bed or while I'm falling asleep, stuff like that. But yeah, I watched it quite a few times this week for sure. One thing I did start getting what?
I say I counted. I got six
You got
times
six?
this week.
I didn't count, but
Seven
I
including today.
definitely
Shit.
watched it quite a few times. Yeah, I got it on. I got it playing in the background right now, definitely. No sound, of course, but I got it playing in the background. That's why if you see me looking off, that's what I've been staring at for a second. I just like, oh, hey, there's some Justice League War. All right, so what'd you guys think of this? So what were your first thoughts?
Really good. I mean,
Yeah?
from the first time I remember seeing it, like, ever, I enjoyed the ever-living hell out of it. I had to have more. I seen it, like, maybe a year after it had come out, so by that point, there were a couple of the sequels already out. I think by that point, I actually already had seen Flashpoint Paradox even, too, so, like, I enjoyed the crap out of it. I wanted to see the rest of them. I have gone and seen the rest of them. I highly recommend it to anybody.
Yep.
It is just overall good seeing all those superheroes come together and fighting a common enemy. It was just cool. Overall cool.
Oh yeah.
I think the reason I wanted to watch this movie was just because, honestly, Billy Batson. I had no idea about Shazam until I watched this movie, and then I was just like, well, that's a thing. Like, this guy, I just love him. His interactions with Wonder Woman and Darkseid and his family and Vic
Yeah.
Stone, and it's ridiculous. He's Shazam.
Yeah, and
That's right,
did you ever see
character.
any of the stuff where the other Justice League show was it was like Justice League Unlimited with Shazam in it, where he like really looked up to Superman, and then like Superman and him got into a big ass fight, and then he like was like, I don't like the Justice League no more. You ever see any of that? Like yeah, well, cause like Superman, like he was like Billy was all about trusting, Lex, because Lex was turning over a new leaf and doing something good for the, community. And Superman noticed this thing down below the city that was encased in lead, and it was supposed to give free power to the whole city. And Lex was like, it's encased in lead because it was encased in lead because it had carbonite in it, Or not Carbonite, sorry. Star Wars. Wow, I have had too much Star Wars in my mind this week.
You have been.
Kryptonite, not Carbonite. So it had Kryptonite in it, and the Kryptonite was going to power the whole city, right? Well, Superman saw this thing under the city, and he thought it was a huge bomb. So he was going to go down there and blow it up, and Shazam was like, no, you need to trust him, blah, blah, blah. And then they got into this big-ass fight trying to get down below the city, and they destroyed the whole city. And it was all on camera, and it was exactly what Lex wanted, and they destroyed the mechanism, and then Adam came up and like checked it and was like, yep, it was supposed to give power to the whole city. And Lex was just like, see, I told ya, you just, and then Superman was like, oh, well, the Justice League will pay for all the damages and cleanup. And Lex was like, no, I got this. Don't worry. So he like totally won over everybody in the city. But of course it was Lex Luthor, so he had some other bad plans going on later on. But yeah, it's the Justice League Unlimited show, man. You should check it out. It's really good.
Shit.
It's something good to put on while you're having the background, some more good background noise to have, or go to bed. What?
They're
I
pretty quick
just
episodes
got
too, aren't
to
they?
the Justice League, like the original series. I just got to the point where they had met Draga on Warworld.
Oh, that is such a good episode set. With Mongol, and
Yep.
Draga, and oh my god, yes. Oh, it's such a good
Six
set of
Draga,
episodes.
Justice League Unlimited?
That's Justice,
No, that's
just
just a-
regular Justice League. That one is just regular
Oh,
Justice League.
Gotcha.
Sorry, wow, we completely
Gotcha.
went off of Justice League War and started talking about other things, but it's cool. But yeah,
That's cool. That's fine, yeah.
the Draga War World stuff, yeah, that is some good Justice League right there.
Yeah.
Where
So
was it? What?
I was going to just throw in a little bit of trivia about Shazam since John was talking about him.
Okay.
In 1941, Shazam actually began to outsell Superman comics.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was
yeah.
a point where Shazam was more popular than Superman. There's been a lot of heroes that became more popular than Superman, though, when they first had come out.
From what I'm reading, this was the first one to outsell Superman, though. So
In
that's pretty
1941?
cool. 1941. Yep.
Wow.
He actually, and then I think you guys actually knew this. He used to be Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But he had to change the name due to copyrights with Marvel Comics, obviously.
Now, and
Faggots.
you got to also remember that in 1941, that was a very delicate time to be writing comics as well, especially in the United States with like the Axis powers and all that, and the combating, the Cold War with Russia, and superheroes changed a lot after that.
Oh yeah. Apparently, Marvel did like file a lawsuit to sue DC Comics and won a settlement against DC Comics for using the name Captain
Really?
Marvel. Yep, in 1953 they filed a lawsuit against them. It looks like.
Ah, damn.
Wow,
and then they got
that.
and then they got what? And then they made their own Captain Marvel and
Yep.
whatever. It's cool.
was
It's
terrible.
cool.
Shazam's
I
so
can't
good.
hate on Marvel too much. I bought a couple of Marvel comics this week, so
Filthy rebel scum.
yeah, yeah, I know. I bought a couple of Marvel comics. Maybe one day I'll talk about them. Who knows?
Maybe.
But yeah, Justice League War. Do you think it's going to be anything like the new Justice League live action movie that's going to come out? Because I mean, it's got almost all the same players, other than what is it? Aquaman and Green Lantern are switched around, basically.
Really?
Yeah, there's no Green Lantern in the new movie coming up, but there's an Aquaman, and there's no Aquaman in this. And no Shazam in the new movie coming up either.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'll hold my judgment until I see it, but
But we are getting Darkseid as the main bad guy. Because
Darkseid, he's usually the one that brings the Justice League together, isn't he? Like him attacking with the parademons.
Yeah.
In most cases.
In
like
most cases,
iterations of it.
that's exactly, yeah. Most of the Justice League origin stories start with Darkseid and the parademons attacking. And hey, speaking of parademons, it just showed up on my screen. But yeah, that's like what we saw. I don't know if you guys saw any of the live action stuff. Did you see any of the live action Batman v Superman yet?
No,
No,
I have
No.
I
not.
still have to do that.
Okay,
I've
well,
heard a lot of bad
okay,
things. So
maybe
now-
we'll do that. The
maybe,
live
yeah, that
action
wouldn't be a bad
Batman v
idea.
Superman. We can do that
Shit,
next
we need
week.
to do that
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
because
We could go ahead.
What?
I'll say I haven't. We need to do that because I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to watch, but the only reason I haven't seen it yet is because everybody told me it was terrible. So
Same here.
It's not that good, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But it's not that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're gonna have to watch it.
guess.
You're gonna have to watch it and find out. But there is dark side drops all over the place. There is the mother boxes. So, and we saw the mother boxes in this and Dark Side War, right? You know, the mother box
Yeah.
that Cyborg had, and
Yep.
like, yep, okay.
Batman,
So
Green Lantern,
you see the
Black
you see the mother boxes, and you see parademons and all of this, but it's all like in a vision that Batman has, and then the Flash does like some Flashpoint thing and says something to Batman. I can't remember. I've only watched it a couple of times, but like we'll go over it, and yeah, that's what we'll do next week. Is we'll watch Batman v Superman, and we'll definitely give that a good review, particle accelerator review. Oh, speaking of
Now-
which, we reviewed something, and we didn't say what our or you gave a rating to something, and you didn't explain the rating system. You want to explain the rating system before we get too far into this, so we have that
Oh.
up.
see if I can remember that far back. You're drinking a Heineken, gross. Anyway, our rating system is with the three parts of an atom. You have a proton, an electron, and a neutron. A neutron being a neutral rating, an electron being a negative rating, and a proton being a positive rating.
He got it
And
right.
Remember, I'm gonna get it right 90% of the time.
90.
You gotta rate everything
prey.
like that from now on. Everything. Rate everything that way. Everything. You rate your food. Is it a proton? Is it a neutron? Is it an electron? All right. You rate your beer. Is it a proton? Is it a neutron? Is it an electron? You rate your movie. You rate your comics. Oh, which I'm gonna rate my comics. Let's see, Blue Beetle. That's gonna get a neutron because, well, there was some high school drama in there, and I'm not in high school anymore, so. The Atom though, that was actually that I'm giving that one a proton because it made me really want to keep looking into it. I was like, wow, who is this new Ryan kid? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, gave those good rating.
If I had to rate the one that I read, I would say Proton, just because the only reason I'm wanting to give it a lower rating is because I just don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And I can't blame the comic for that in any way, shape, or form. So if I had been relevant and I knew what was going on, I think I would have enjoyed that comic much more.
Yeah, that's another reason why I stopped buying those Walmart packs because they were just giving me a bunch of junk that it's like, oh
I
god
think I'm
damn
gonna
it, now
start
I
doing
gotta.
that too.
Now I gotta fucking continue on, and now I gotta continue on. And then the rebirths that you get aren't even real rebirths. They're like Walmart print rebirths.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, like check yours out. Under the number, it doesn't have it doesn't have a price. But if you look at every other one of your books that you bought from a actual comic book store, under the number it has a price. Yep.
Yep.
Watch it blow your mind right there. Yeah, those Walmart,
And
they're Walmart prints. It's just a Walmart print. So
You know what
it's
kinda makes me
super
mad is
mass
because
produced.
I was pretty happy because I thought I got issue 0 of Batman, Flash, and the Justice League, but nope, guess not.
You got a Walmart print of it.
It's not even
But
issue
that's
0.
cool.
That's issue 1.
One, but
Is
it's
it?
like
Yep.
Yeah,
issue zeros have the name
giant-
above rebirth.
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah,
giant
that's what they
rebirth.
have.
Yeah.
That's what they have.
Yeah, those are issue zeros.
I am a little pissed now.
Don't be too mad.
I mean, I'm probably not going to rebuy them anyway, so it's whatever. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's authentic or not.
So actually, this is more of a question for you, John. Do Batman or Bruce Wayne and Hal Jordan or any of the Green Lanterns not really get along right away? Or is this just a Justice League War storyline thing, or do you even know?
With Batman and Green Lantern, it's weird. Because, like, Flash looks up to Batman in most cases. Like, he's, like, super respectful of, like, his detective skills and his CSI work and all that. Green Lantern's usually best friends with the Flash, which, if we get a Green Lantern in the Arrowverse, I swear to God it's going to be John Diggle, so there's no... Like, he's
We're
friends
gonna
with
get
Barry,
John
but,
Stewart Green Lantern.
yeah,
We've gotten a
he's
lot
friends
of
with Barry, but he's not, like, best friends. So,
we've
like,
gotten a lot
in
of
that
Hal
case-
Jordan drops though in the Flash. A lot of Hal Jordan, like everything.
I
So
still think it'd be John. Maybe it's both. Maybe we'll get Green Lanterns.
that would be pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
And in Rebirth of Justice League right now, there's a Green Lantern male and female on the cover.
Yeah, that's the
that'd be
ones
really
I'm reading
cool.
about.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
reading about
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm just
Oh,
saying,
Yeah,
like,
the two
there's
greeny
multiples.
greens. The two greeny green
Okay.
Green Lanterns.
But no, with the whole Green Lantern and Superman, or not Superman, Batman, it's like you can tell he wants to trust him, like he wants to be like, but he has to go through his checks. Like Hal Jordan's like, we could be friends, but
I'm the Green Lantern.
I'm a
I
Green
police
Lantern.
the sector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Green Lantern. I'm a
Like,
Green Lantern.
he's
Then he
like-
gets his ass kicked. And then he's like, I'm a Green Lantern. Get my arm broken. I'm a Green Lantern. Everybody listen to me.
I think it's my favorite part. One of my favorite parts in this movie with the Green Lantern in it is when Green Lantern and Batman are fighting Superman.
Yeah,
Because he's just
He's like,
whooping
"Wait."
on them both. He's like, I can still see you. Like, you guys are like, there's nothing you can do to fight this guy. You guys are still fighting him. Like, why?
Batman
And then
makes his own.
they stop fighting, and Bruce Bruce is like, "It's all right, Clark." And then Bruce stops and Clark reads Bruce's mind. He's like, "Bruce Wayne," and then Green Lantern walks up. He's like, "Wait a minute, so we're done fighting? Like what?"
Right?
Yeah, fucking, that movie's got a lot of funny points in it.
I don't know,
Yeah,
the way the personalities that they like depict each superhero having, it's like you can tell it's like name brand for that hero, but they still personalize it in each one of these movies. I feel like it's just a little different, like between Justice League War and Flashpoint Paradox.
Mhm.
The way Wonder Woman is compared, like
Well,
Wonder
I
Woman in
think-
this is pretty much dumb broad compared
Yeah,
to Flashpoint
But
Paradox.
this is like her first. She just left Themyscira, so she's like a sheltered child now out in the world, and she has to act like her sheltered child self that just left Themyscira, you know, and she's gonna act like it. Never had ice cream before, and she's still throwing her sword around like, "You have made really good treats." You know, and with her sword and shit. So like, yeah, she's throwing it's that's the way she's gonna be until the next episode. Maybe we'll watch Batman v Superman, and then what's the Throne of Atlantis next.
Yep.
We'll watch those
That's
two.
the
We'll watch
sequel to
those two
Wars.
and talk about. We'll watch those two and talk about those next for the next podcast. And then
I
you know
watched-
whatever books you pick up and read and stuff like that. But yeah, and then we'll
Uh,
get into it a lot more.
Yeah,
I-
best part of Wars though was when they were fighting Darkseid, and Green Lantern's getting the shit kicked out of him, and Batman's like, "No, stop! You know, we need to regroup and make a plan." He's like, "No, I got this," and he goes in and he gets Darkseid just literally bitch slaps him out, and two of the parademons just fly over top, just start punching the shit out of him.
Yeah,
like the animation style. First time I seen that, I was laughing for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah,
at
that
it.
was pretty funny. For sure.
Now, I wanted to ask either one of you.
Yeah.
Batman, the way he displays his cunning in the first fight against Darkseid, after the homing eye lasers chase Flash and Superman, and Superman gets knocked down, carried up. When Batman has to get himself captured, like the on the spot thinking that would have taken, and like what the hell are you gonna do when you get carried off to this other dimension? Like, how do you know you were gonna be on the same side of the planet? Like,
Well, what when he?
why-
Oh, you're talking about when he got picked up by the parademon, right? And he
Yeah.
And he like takes his cowl off and he just like and he puts on like all this stuff and he gets picked up. Well, they saw where I feel like there was that floating thing in the sky. Wasn't there like a floating thing in the sky and he saw it and he was like, I feel like I'm gonna go there and go find Superman.
Yeah, it was a portal. He was just like, yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna go through this portal, and I guess we'll find Superman, maybe.
That reminds me of,
Maybe I'll
of another
die.
part when Darkseid like his attack has just begun. I can't remember what led up to it, but they were talking. They're like, "Wait, how do you know that?" And Batman's like, "Because the lake's on fire." And then everyone turns around. They're like, oh, "How did we not see that?"
Oh, come on.
Like
Tell
shit
me,
like
tell
that.
me. I know you've been wanting to talk about the first time Shazam and Darkseid meet, and he goes up to him and he's like, hey,
Hey,
you,
Darkseid,
what is
or
it? What
whatever
do you
your
say?
World of Warcraft
Whatever
name
your World
is.
of Warcraft name
Yeah.
is.
Ah,
Yeah,
Suck
dude, he's
on
pretty funny.
this.
Do you think
Yeah.
do you think Billy plays World of Warcraft, or do you think he just makes fun of those people?
I think he picks on him.
Yeah.
He's
Billy,
football
he's
and
kind of
stuff.
I feel like
Is it-
he's kind of a dick in this movie. Like as Billy,
Oh,
I feel like
I
he's kind of a
mean-
dick. He stole Cyborg's jersey, number one.
Yep.
He snuck it. No, not even number one. That's like number 3. All right. He snuck into a football game. He lied about getting in there, and then he
So
stole Cyborg's jersey, and yeah, and then he gets home and he's being an asshole to his like foster brother and sister because he's fucking a dick. Why has he got to be a dick?
I did want to ask you, with Billy Batson, is he just a wow? Make that face at me more. Is it just that one person that needs to be Shazam? Because in Flashpoint Paradox, they have like 6 kids.
Don't quote me on this, but I think the more like connections he makes with them, the more powerful Shazam becomes.
I don't
Is that
know
what it is?
anything about Shazam.
Yes, I don't,
I
I
I
don't know
don't
much
know
about Shazam
nothing
either.
about Shazam.
Is Shazam on Rebirth right now?
I don't know. I put that on you guys.
Okay.
I put
If
that
it
on
is,
you guys.
I'm picking it up. You know I'm going to.
All right, pick it up for sure.
He's the shit.
We'll get back to you with more Shazam, maybe.
If he does end up playing WoW, I'm gonna make sure I find out what server it's on.
Yeah, Billy. If you know what you should do is just make a character named Billy Batson.
I don't even.
in
What
WoW.
would that be?
I don't know.
A fucking
gotta be-
warrior? A fury warrior?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
No, what throws lightning? What's really buff and throws lightning?
A
Shamans?
paladin. A
I
paladin.
just don't think
Or
you
a
could do this in
shaman.
Warcraft.
Yeah, you
I'm
probably
sorry,
can't
guys.
do. You can't probably do that with Warcraft. Sorry. Yeah, no more
Yeah.
Warcraft talk. Fuck the Warcraft talk.
It's okay. You can do it in the DC universe.
Yeah, DCU. There you go. To be
World
fair,
of
though,
War.
like,
Yeah, I guess World of Warcraft is canon in the DC universe. So, I
yeah,
mean,
there you go.
we can talk about World of Warcraft.
Huh.
Never thought of that, huh?
I really want to know if they're gonna do the laser eye beams, like the following laser eye beams in the live action Justice League movie with Darkseid. Gosh, there's so many things that like I watched this movie and I'm like, how are they gonna do that in the live action movie? I want to see this in the live action movie, and the live action movie has to hold up to a lot.
Now, is the live action movie gonna follow Justice League Wars plot?
No,
Like,
but
not
it's gonna
plot
follow. It's
per
gonna be a
se,
new.
like-
Separate.
It's gonna be a new Justice League. It's gonna be a new Justice League. What is it?
Universe.
Not universe, but origin. It's gonna be a new Justice League origin story. So
Just
Okay,
how like
so-
Arrowverse is separate from the movies and the cartoons and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. Bit
I
of
bet you he'll
trivia.
have different powers.
ahead.
what?
I'll bet you the Darkseid in the live action will have different powers.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
But he's like pretty much indestructible. He could do anything. You know what I mean? Like what
He's a god.
can't he do? Yeah.
He's a new god, to be precise. Bit of trivia, though. Justice League Wars was directed and animated by Ethan Spalding. He works on the sequels and all the other ones like Flashpoint Paradox and stuff, and obviously. But he was also the director and lead animator for Avatar: The Last Airbender, the actual animated series. He did a couple of Scooby-Doo spin-offs, it looks like. And Looks like that's about the only thing that's really worth mentioning. Oh, he does Mike Tyson's Mysteries, I guess.
What?
Okay. All right.
Mike
Well, there's
Tyson's
a bit of trivia
Mysteries.
for
What
you
the hell is
listeners.
that? That's
That was a
crazy.
You've never
Stupid-
seen those? That was
Nope.
like the dumbest show on Adult Swim.
I'm
Yeah, it
so
was
glad I haven't
ridiculous.
seen that then.
Yeah, you should be.
Ah,
I'm very
Really, you
glad
should
I haven't
be.
seen that. Do you think
Well, yeah, there's a bit-
Cyborg's gonna have the same origin too in the new movie?
I hope.
Is he gonna be like a football player and?
Is he even gonna be there? Have they even
No.
hinted at him at all? I
Yeah.
haven't
Oh
seen
yeah.
that.
They definitely
Have
hinted
they?
at him. Yep. For
Okay.
sure. You'll see. You'll
So-
see this week. You'll see this week.
Cool.
there's a Cyborg movie coming to 2018 after the Justice League movie.
Okay.
But no, ever since I first saw Cyborg back in the old Teen Titans show that they showed on Toonami or whatever,
Yeah.
and like I'd never looked up his origin. I just really like he was my favorite character in that. And then actually getting to see his origin in this, it was like a dream come true. Like this origin is fucking immaculate. I think.
Just wait until you see the live action Cyborg. That'll
pretty
if you're
sweet, actually.
if you're a Cyborg fan, that should be one of your polls, and then you can give what the new
See, I
one
was-
that we just came up to Zach. See if Zach can find that. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask Jake because he has a Cyborg one.
Yeah. I
What?
wouldn't mind you reading it.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
Ooh, you better get that. I would
know,
start following Cyborg. I don't know why Cyborg wasn't in your polls.
I might have to look into. I'll see what number it's on this week
All
and
right,
go pick it up when I pick up Flash and stuff.
all right, for sure. What are you looking at, Zach?
I'm just actually reading stuff on the new Justice League movies and stuff coming out and Cyborg. You mentioned it. I always like to pull up what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah, I guess the character that's gonna play Cyborg made a cameo appearance in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Yep.
There will be a Cyborg film in 2012 after the new up-and-coming Justice League film. So cool.
In 2012.
Yeah, it says 2020.
2020.
2020.
2020.
Okay, I was like 2012.
Yep.
It should already be out by now.
Did I say 2012? I
Yeah.
do shit like that all the time. My bad. See, well, why I looked this up was because I was trying to find out how Cyborg ends up joining the Teen Titans. Because I know there is the old Cartoon Network version of the Teen Titans where Cyborg is the leader, kind of with Robin. I don't know who you want to call leader. And then in DCU, when you go to fight the Teen Titans, Cyborg is also accompanying the Teen Titans. So he's not, as of right now, he's not a member in Rebirth of the Teen Titans. So I'm thinking that it might just be like old iterations where
And
Cyborg is a member of the Teen
And you
Titans.
saw the Justice League versus Teen Titans, right? Did you see that too?
I have not seen that one.
Justice League versus Teen Titans. Cyborg's in it, but he's not part of the Teen Titans. He just hangs out with the Teen Titans.
Okay.
Yeah, like he hangs out, brings them pizza, chills with them and stuff like
Gotcha.
that. It's like Raven. Raven's not actually part. She just kind of leads them. Or not Raven, but
Really?
Starfire. Sorry, Starfire, not
Yeah.
Raven. And I feel like he is another one of those Justice Leaguers that is that leads the Teen Titans kind of thing. Is gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, to be fair though, he is still a teenager. I'd hate to be 17 and be a member of the Justice League. That'd
Is
be a lot of
he
fucking
is he
pressure.
only 17?
Yeah, he was playing a high school football game when the whole thing started going on.
I thought
with,
that was college.
Darkseid. No, I'm pretty sure it was. Because
No,
he
it
was
was
wearing a
college.
Letterman jacket. Well, he was wearing a Letterman's jacket though, which you get in high
Yeah,
school.
and then there were scouts and nope. There were scouts, and he was like they were gonna give him a full ride, full
Exactly.
ride scholarship, and his dad was like, no, I'll pay for college.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Now I'm a little upset with this movie because who the fuck? What kind of high school game sells out a fucking arena that size? Bullshit. I don't care how good you are.
One with
That's
Victor
not
Steele.
happening.
Victor Steele, victory, victory.
Mm-hmm.
That
No.
victory stone,
Checkmate.
victory steel. Checkmate.
Oh,
Checkmate. We got you, John.
I mean, no.
Yep. No.
I don't care who you are. You're a 17-year-old high school kid. You could be fucking stuck in a horse cock in a stadium, and I still wouldn't pay to go see it. I don't care about your football, how well you can throw a football into an end zone.
Hey.
Maybe that football team did really good and they were at like state or something.
Yeah. There were scouts there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Scouts.
Yeah, this guy, he can throw the ball real well. Let's go sell out a stadium.
That's what his
Profit
dad. That's
op-
why his dad never went and saw him, because he's like, in a world where there's superhumans and metahumans and people that can fly,
That's what I'm...
throwing a football doesn't matter. And he did
Like,
kind of
it was-
overreact when he grabbed the mother box. It's like, dude, for real, you totally deserved what you got for doing what you fucking
Yeah.
just did. No joke. Like,
He got-
I'm sorry.
He got wrecked.
He did. He
That
got
surgery
wrecked.
didn't look like it was fun.
No. He deserved it.
Lots
Because
of
he's a fucking
lots
piece of
of
shit.
needles.
Yeah. Everything's about me, 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 me. Like,
I don't know. To be
Just
fair,
because
if
your
dad,
daddy
like,
doesn't-
consistently ignored you.
yeah, but just because your dad doesn't pay attention to you doesn't mean you gotta fucking do that shit. Dude, there's people out there that don't have dads. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
They're,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, so like, I just realized this week might
What?
want to change the name of the stream. We still have Heroes vs Aliens on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. My bad. I'm sorry. I'll change that later.
No, it's all
Alright.
good. I was literally just
That'll
like,
be fixed.
passing by.
That'll be fixed next week for sure. I
Yeah.
apologize.
So,
That's all right.
I did want to point out one thing that I noticed.
What did you
So
notice?
we'll have to keep an eye out for it in the next movie or the sequel to this, with a
Throne of Atlantis.
Throne of Atlantis. Yeah. Wonder Woman throws her sword and it kind of sticks into Darkseid's shoulder, and then he gets kicked through the boom tube, the little portal,
I
and her
noticed
sword
that.
goes with it.
I
so-
noticed that.
I
You ever think
actually
about-
am just about at that point right now where they're beating the shit out of Darkseid. They just threw all the parademons through this portal, and I'm wondering if any of this is gonna play out though like that in the new Justice League live action movie. Literally all I've been doing is thinking about how I'm gonna compare the live action movie to this movie. And
Now-
what?
If you notice, with a lot of Superman-based movies that they've done for live action, the whole plot for the villains has been terraforming the Earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
For
the only
their
plot
for
that
their
Dark-
Well, it's
Yes.
terraforming the Earth for their aliens or whatever to come through and do whatever.
That's the only plot that Darkseid can come out with, as well, even in a live action movie. So you got to think that this is. There's things that you expect out of a DC movie, but there's only so much you can do with the same story over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on,
so
give
true.
me something new here.
Well, I know,
sure
but
they'll probably
people
have a few
people are
things.
begging for the live action stuff. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
want to see this stuff live action, and
They say that till they get it.
Yeah, until
and
they
they're
get
like,
it.
Well, that was
And-
shit.
And then yeah, exactly. And then we go back to the TV shows, which were like, oh, well, that was so much better. And then you realize that you want more story than you want stupid amounts of flashy. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
then, we sit here and watch our hour-long episodes and get better content out of that than a 2-hour, 3-hour-long movie, because we're going to end up getting 23 hours of content over, 3.
Well, see,
So-
the big thing of it is like with most DC movies, they try to run like 4 or 5 different plots through a movie. That doesn't work in a
For the
3-hour
live
movie.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the live action TV shows, when we have full seasons and hour-long episodes, you can run as many goddamn plots as you want to.
Especially if
That's-
they
Yeah,
keep
'cause
the
they'll all get
actors
touched
the
on.
same.
Yep.
Unless it's Constantine. They'll all get touched on unless it's Constantine.
Shut up. Rebirth is a thing.
Even Birds of
Hang-
Prey got touched on. I want you to remember that, Zach.
Birds of Prey
Yeah,
got
see,
touched
like-
on, but we didn't want it to be touched on.
I didn't want
Apparently,
any-
I gotta watch through it. John's giving it an electron, so I gotta
That's
watch
probably the
through
worst thing I've had to watch for this podcast.
it. You chose.
not even
You
lying.
chose.
I chose to watch it and I immediately regret it because now I have to finish it.
Oh my God! Yeah, her sword is there, and it went with him. Wow.
I'm pretty
Kicked
sure
through the
she
portal
has
with
it
it.
back though.
She's gonna get a different sword. She has multiple swords.
Yeah, comic book logic. Like it's
Yeah, she's totally got
The
multiple
computer is
swords.
not connecting. I just love how Cyborg just all of a sudden he just became, Cyborg in this movie, and now all of a sudden he's like, I can connect to this computer. We don't know what the fuck this is, but I can connect to it.
I can do it.
Yeah, just like I'm Cyborg, I can do that. It's like, all right, that's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna argue comic
He's
books.
a superhero. Don't even argue it.
Yeah, comic book logic. You don't need anything more than that. You're good to go.
Yep. Comic book logic. It's the only way to explain a thing.
Really though.
I like explaining things with just saying comic book logic or the Force or you know what I mean? It's easy. If somebody wants
That's
to
pretty
combat
good.
you, you just be like, oh no, it's Earth 3, so lower gravity or something.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had to choose a hero that this would center around the most, as far as like an origin would go, I think this would most likely be like a Shazam origin movie.
Justice League War?
Wars.
Yeah, like I feel like
Shazam
What
origin?
about
No
Cyborg?
way.
Cyborg was
Cyborg,
made in this movie.
yeah, Cyborg was made in this movie, so
Shazam's also the first one in the credits.
what do you mean?
Did as well. He's the last person talking in it. As the credits roll, he is the first person listed.
Okay. I don't know. I feel
He's
like
the last person
Shazam.
talking in the movie. He wants to call the damn team the Super Seven.
Yeah,
Super Sevens.
that's pretty funny. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
So dumb. I love it.
They
All
were
right.
out there just like, oh no, that's
just dumb.
trash.
I'm gonna be right back.
What?
Okay. Well, I guess Tom's dead now. It was a
Tom's
good.
gone forever.
It was a
No,
good
what
life
I'm-
that we lived.
What I'm trying to do right now is I've got Justice League Wars up as well. I'm trying to watch and see if she just kind of pops up with the sword all of a sudden again, because comic books. It's so far she hasn't. Like her sword's just been gone.
That's
So
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that we should definitely keep an eye out for that. I'm probably going to assume that it's probably just going to pop up. They're not going to give us any explanation and not expect us to ask. Those are the kind of details that they hope we overlook, in all honesty. Because I mean, come on, it wouldn't look cool if the sword wasn't sticking in him, though, John. It wouldn't have looked cool.
Well, I mean, she's gonna need that eventually.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
her
like I
sword
said,
is a
she-
very specific
she'll
sword, doesn't it?
She can forge her own swords. No, I'm pretty sure she can
That's not true.
get an Amazonian sword or go to Themyscira, because Themyscira and Atlantis are both like
No.
continents on Earth. So
No, she
Tom.
has a sword of Athena, though.
That's what I was saying, Tom. Her sword, bracers, and whip were all forged by the same person that forged Hermes' sandals and
yeah, that dwarf guy.
Like,
What was his name?
I can't
Oh,
remember.
boy,
I
I
was
can't
watching him in
remember what his
Justice
name-
League.
Yeah, he's
'cause he
in
made
Justice
that
League because he made that
golem.
armor or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm saying like her swords. It's one of a kind, so he would have to forge another one. So
Yeah, you can get a sword of Athena like envelope opener. Sponsor us, please.
That would be pretty
Sponsor
fucking
us.
cool. I want
I
a
would
sword of
actually like
Athena
a sword like
envelope
that.
owner. That'd be pretty neat. I would totally use that shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just like dig right in. But so maybe like the logic we could put behind that, John, is like since it's kind of like a divine relic, it'll find its way back to her. You know what I mean? Plus, Cyborg can open up the portals that they kicked him through. So
Maybe that wasn't the sword of Athena.
that's a good point. It looks like it though.
Maybe that was like the sword of Athena.
It's got the it's it's got the wings on the hilt like the sort of
Jay
Athena
left, or
does.
John. What happened to John?
Oh, John, no. There goes the podcast. That messes up the stream, doesn't it?
No, he pops up like it's right there. He's
Yeah.
there, but it's fine.
Yeah, maybe we could run a conversation for a little bit.
I don't know.
Shit, though. But yeah, I mean, Justice League Wars is really good. Good origin for a lot of people. I don't know what John was saying about how it being just Shazams. There was a lot of people come together here.
Yeah, there was a lot
Like,
of, but there wasn't very much origin. You know, you had had that one part where Supergirl was talking and hanging out with the captain guy, whoever the hell that was.
Supergirl was in.
Not
Was she
Supergirl.
really?
Not
I was about to
Supergirl.
say I don't
Wonder
remember
Woman.
Supergirl being
I
in this.
apologize. Wonder
You made me.
Woman.
I was sitting there like, what? No, but yeah,
But
Wonder Woman was talking with the I don't know what you want to call him, like the general kind of guy who was like
mhm.
closely tied in with the government. Yeah. So, but I mean, like, if she just like left, shit, what's the name of her homeland?
The mascara.
What's the mascara? Like, if she just left there, that's kind of slightly like Wonder Woman-esque origin. We had Cyborg getting made. Who the hell else kind of got like their first debut in this?
Green Lantern. You got to see Batman steal his ring off of him a little bit and like go,
Yeah,
oh, Hal Jordan, huh? Blah
yeah, wasn't concentrating. He's like, how did you do that?
blah
That's gotta be pretty cool. You gotta be pretty badass to be able to slip a lantern's ring off like
blah.
that.
Right?
Real though. I love that part too when he's like, so wait, what's your superpower here? What's your get up? Super strength, super speed, you can control the shadows. What do you do? And he just looks back at him and he just gives him that look and he keeps walking. He's like, wait a minute. You're telling me that
You're
you're
just
just
a
a man
guy
running
in a
around in a
mask.
bat costume? That's crazy.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the gadget guy though.
Yeah, for
That's all
sure.
Batman is. He's good with the tactics and he's got the gadgets for it. Go gadget batarang.
Go Gadget Batman.
Right. He's got something for everything.
Dude,
Like
and
the
even
part
at
where
the
he was
what?
go ahead.
At the part where he was what?
Where he was like he got the fish line or whatever you want to call it, like stuck around the parademon and he was like flying through the city on it and like he sticks it on the chimney and
Mhm.
like it's like about to like rip him apart and he just like sticks them together and like they magnetically cling together. Like I honestly like the second it starts like pulling him, I'm like, oh, that's just gonna rip him right in two, or is he gonna try and like He-Man it like together? No, he just sticks them together and you don't have to do shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Batman's awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's on it. Like he thinks. That's just the thing. Everyone else runs in with brute strength or their magical powers, but Batman,
Yeah,
like,
but he's the
tactically, like,
detective. That's why
Mhm.
that's why Batman is Detective Comics. He's a detective. He's got to think about shit. And
Right.
then, well, okay, so I want to talk about since we can probably wrap up now that we don't have John anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. He's offline completely.
Yeah, I think his internet may have cut out, so we could just wrap up and call it a short night tonight. But
All right.
I want to talk to you, see if you remember at the end there, where they teased the Atlantis stuff, and you see Lagan or whatever, or at the end, and there's just like a big tease of all of the Atlantis stuff. So the Throne of Atlantis movie would definitely be next. Did you notice any of that, or go past any of the? It was after the credits.
Nope, I didn't actually.
Oh,
It was
well,
funny
yeah.
is
After the
because
credits of that movie, it totally teased the it
Hmm.
totally teased it, and not the Green Lantern, but Aquaman. So
Aquaman, yeah. That's funny because like every time I watch it, the second the credits start rolling, I usually shut it off, and I had it playing in the background too, and it literally the credits just started playing, and I just closed Netflix because it was
oh,
after
really?
credits. So, yeah, I've never bothered to watch past that. Usually in a movie theater, I'll sit there and wait for it because there's always those spoilers at the end for the next thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I never bothered to sit through and watch them. Oh yeah, we might want to end it. The stream's all sorts of fucked up right now. It's
Ah,
literally every single one of them is me. You see one half of my face, another half of my face, and then
yeah,
my shirt.
that's fine. All right.
Alrighty,
Well,
well,
for the podcast, you can find us at the particleacceleratorpodcast.com, and you can get a link at the bottom there to our Twitter, the iTunes, the Google Play, the Player FM, pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts, you can find us. Every Friday night around about 2 or 3, we'll be streaming live in talk show, and then it will be going up as a podcast at the next morning. So you can find us on Twitter at the Particle Accelerator Podcast, and just pretty much anywhere. your social media, you look up the Particle Accelerator podcast and you'll find us and we'll talk to you. You can email us and at the Particle Accelerator podcast at gmail.com if you have any questions, and you can come and talk to us. So, yep. We'll see you guys next time, and until next communion,